Is this what they wanted? It's what they wanted. Super Bowl champ on you. Come on. Hey. 59 LIX in the building. Jalen Hurts throwing touchdowns. Get the smut off his name. That's my quarterback. Come on. Come on. Come on. Hey, I got something I want y'all to hear. I got something I need you to hear.
Get it back. We're going to run some clock, or maybe throw the dagger. Hurts going deep for it all. Devontae Smith. He has got it. Touchdown.
You know what that is, right? Y'all know what that is, right? Yeah. Yeah. Big chip. Big chip talk. Something you might not never know nothing about. Big chip talk. Woo! Oh, Nelly. Oh, my goodness. Super Bowl champs. Philadelphia Eagles. I mean, they damn near won the thing 40-0, but we had to give them some garbage time and ended up being like 40-22. We could have really donuted them boys. It would have felt a little bit better, but we got our lick back. Welcome to the program. Welcome to the scheduled programming. I took a couple of days off. I said, I want to really analyze and assess the game. You know what I'm saying? I wanted y'all to well, you can't feel what I feel, but I wanted y'all to be able to sit with it. You know what I'm saying? Let's go down the list. Super Bowl commercials. I feel like we complain about these things every damn year. There was one with Martha Stewart and Skechers. I thought that was kind of fly. She was out there doing that little skip hop dance. There was also a good Coca-Cola commercial with Lauren London. I appreciated that one. I liked that one. It was a nice little shimmy switch. And these were early in the Super Bowl. They also announced another Jurassic Park. This one looked like another Lifetime movie. I mean, God, can we make them scary? I mean, as a kid, the Jurassic Park movies not only had the digital creation to them, but they look scary. Now they just look like little fun PG-13 movies. Now, that's not what Jurassic Park was when I was a kid, and ain't nothing wrong with adding a little scare tactic to your movies. So that was one thing. But we're going to start here. Serena Williams, you look pathetic. Like, I let a couple days slide. I wasn't even going to go in on you. But I'm going to start with you because you just look pathetic. First off, you hopping in the middle of a man's beef. Two men fighting on the side of the street. The woman hops in. What you got to say? I don't care what excuse she going to give you. It was my first time. I wanted to dance at the Super Bowl. If I got that call, I guarantee this. If they asked me to dance at the Super Bowl, guess what I would say? I would say no. I'm a regular person. I'm not here for the shuck and jivery. Excuse me. And you're Serena Williams, Black Queen. It's the last thing I want to see you out here doing, dancing. I mean, you are supposed to be her. Less is more with you. And I'm not the type of brother to sit back here and tell a woman to be quiet and know her place. But damn, nobody around you gave you a key word, a key humming. How about we fall back on this one, sister? What'd your sister say? Go ahead and do it, girl. I feel like she's been a quiet hater all her life anyways because she was never as good as you. But you being who you are, we look at you as the Beyonce of sports. We would never see Beyonce out there doing that unless she had a show of her own. And even then, she wouldn't be out there sea-walking. I mean, you just, sister. I mean, we're going to start with you because, sister, that was kind of, and it was horrifically looking. I mean, goodness gracious. You were trying far too hard, boo. Far too hard. Let me pick my notes back up. My championship notes. Something y'all might not ever know nothing about. All right? Tom Brady's watch. Oh, my God. Right when the program started, I looked at that watch. I said, oh, my God. What is that? It looked like 24 karat gold, but the gold might have been covered from the deepest, darkest depths of the sea. It had an extra shimmer and tint to it. I tracked it down. I'm going to put it up top because y'all got to see what the hell I was looking at. Unbelievable. I'm not even a watch guy. I thought about getting me a watch. You know what I'm saying? Right before we come out, both teams about to leave the locker room, about to run out onto the field. Eagles got cheered. Kansas City got booed. I knew what type of time it was. I said, okay, it's another home game for us. I like the way this look. And then they do the little pregame interviews right before the game starts. Saquon looking ready to go. Patrick Mahomes looking goofy. Like always. He looked, you know what it looked like? It really looked like one team wanted it more. It looked like Patrick Mahomes had been here, fat plate, steak and potatoes last night. Quan looked hungry. He came with them boys. We about to shut some shit out. I'm leaving here with something. In the famous words of Denzel, I'm leaving here with something. You smell me? Come on. The game starts. They called a bullshit offensive pass interference first drive on A.J. Brown. Y'all saw it. I thought it was going to be that type of time. You know what I'm saying? So what do? Put Patrick on the field, get him off of the field real fast. We get back onto the field. And then they call a weird pass interference on Goddard. I said, you know what? Okay, first off, y'all calling ticky-tack fouls. I'm not for it. But you know what? We're even. I said that. I said, okay, you're going to give us the ticky-tack foul back? We're even. Somebody must have made the call. Vegas made the call because they say, you know what? We can't just have the games looking like this. We already know what the narrative is around this situation. You know what I'm saying? Then around the second quarter, they show Taylor Swift for the first time. She get booed out the arena. You know what I'm saying? It got ugly fast. And quite frankly, I don't even need to read y'all. No more what happened. It was an ass whooping. Whop. Remember that? Peekaboo. This is my victory lap. I'm taking it a couple days late. I said, let me sit on it. Ain't nobody about to rush. Nobody about to rush my victory lap. Ain't nobody about to tell me how long and when I'm done. I'm just getting heated up. I mean, unbelievable. Devontae Smith crying at the end of the game, tear running down his face. You know what I'm saying? And Jalen Hurts just holding my man, consoling him. It's been a hell of a ride. You know, Jalen Hurts. You know, I used to do mechanics. I used to be Jalen Hurts' mechanic. Yeah. I used to be Jalen Hurts' mechanic back in ¡86. He paid a fair wage. Good brother. You know, Jalen Hurts act like he 84. That boy driving a Cadillac to the game. You know, that's the OG right there. That man paid me a fair wage. That's a good brother right there, holding Devontae. It's been a hell of a ride, ain't it, dog? And then Devontae just tearing up. He in his hometown. Devontae won the Natty. Comes and wins the Super Bowl. In that same building, he lost his high school championship game. People don't even know that about Devontae. Same building. To double back and come win it? Stop. A.J. Brown. Yeah, you was chirping during the game, motherfucker. Damn, you just complained. But guess what? We got you a little something, too. And anybody talking that Josh Sweat, MVP, yeah, that was a good story. But today we're running with this story. Jalen Hurts, daggering. Jalen Hurts doing it with his legs. Doing it with his arm. Doing it with what they said black quarterbacks couldn't do it with. His mental. I was watching poetic justice served on a platter on that Sunday game. I've been smoking Mahomes pack 3 days straight. That's another reason why I ain't been able to make these videos. Watching highlights, tearing up. Yeah, big tears. Felt good. When's the last time you cried? You know? Oh my God. Saquon, can you just be more happy? Saquon had 25 rushes for 50 yards, did AKA nothing. The game plan worked for the defensive coordinator for the Kansas City Chiefs. It worked for you, Playboy. But we got that boy with that arm. And he got them little feet on him. He ain't the fastest. He ain't the shiftiest. But when that boy get loose, you better tie your shoes. Ass, belt to it, fashioned. What? Belt to buns. Pull them down, spread them out, whack them down. It was one of those. Oh, I mean, at the end of the game, I mean, they're dumping yellow Gatorade bass on my head coach with 3 minutes left in the game. Diabolical work. Never would have guessed. Patrick Mahomes gives a hell of an interview like he always does. It's hard to hate Mahomes. Took that loss in stride. And honestly, it probably felt better just losing that way than any other way that he could have lost. Just hurry up and blow me out. Don't have me out here working my hardest to lose. But he gives a hell of a speech at the end of the game. Talks about Jalen Hurts, how he deserves it, how he's a winner, how hopefully they'll be playing another big games. He sees it but later on down the road. I mean, finally just getting his credit. And it's crazy because I would say since the last Super Bowl, Mahomes gave Jalen his credit. It's weird that players seem to give Jalen credit more than like the people who do this for a living. They just bandwagoning. You hear what the narrative is now. Top 5 quarterback. He's not one of the top 4 elites, but he's in the conversation. Y'all call it what y'all want. I like going to Super Bowls. I like winning Super Bowls. Y'all do it all of them other stats and passing stats, all that other shit. Y'all do that. Joe Burrow, I remember I had an over-under on Joe Burrow's passing completions. It was around week 14, 15, 16, near the end of the season. They were getting close to playoffs. They needed to play. I needed Joe Burrow to have 26 pass completions. That boy had 27 pass attempts in the first half with about 19 completions. It's safe to say, cha-ching, yes, I hit. And I bring that up to show y'all, if we're talking about stats, some people's stats are just heavily inflated. Joe Burrow's stats, he throws a lot. He's going to have a lot of passing yards every year. But you know what I notice when I watch his team play? And no knock to him. And I notice this with a lot of the other quarterbacks too. They don't seem to move the ball quite as efficient. When we're inside the 1 and 2 yard line, we got to run old-fashioned football plays. We can't just push it in. My quarterback on 4th and 5 can create with his feet. My quarterback can create with his arm. Now, of course, first off, we're going to sit here and say, you can't sit here and tell me Jalen's arm is better than Joe Burrow's. I don't know. I don't need it to be that good. So I don't know. I know Joe Burrow. I know Mahomes. I know they throw a lot of interceptions, right? I know that's what ended up happening through the grand scheme. Now, they both go on stretches, 10-game stretches, where they ain't going to throw none. They're that elite. Now, in no means am I even really trying to have an arm competition contest with you right now between Hurts and Burrow and Hurts and Josh Allen. But I would have an arm contest with Lamar and Jalen. I don't think it's I don't know what you guys are seeing as far as arms. Jalen, to me, throws on rhythm better than Lamar. Lamar drops back and creates with his feet, which Jalen does too. But I feel like Jalen gets rid of it a little faster. I mean, I'm sure somebody could look up a stat and, no, well, technically Lamar gets rid of it and I know what my eyes are showing me. So y'all can do the stats thing, and you can bend and curve the stats however you want. And I'm not even an anti-stat guy, but I am a hold the stats. I'm going to watch the film back with my eyes guy. Into my eyes, I see a winner. I see, and y'all could blame the teams. What Super Bowl team didn't win it with a good team? I'm trying to figure out when was the last Super Bowl bad team and the quarterback carried them and they just won with the quarterback. From what I remember is all these teams are good. So this whole narrative of the Eagles are only good because of their team. We out there running with rookies. Y'all could sit here and act like, Cooper DeJean and Quinyon Mitchell are the next coming of Reggie White and Brian Dawkins. But at the same time, these boys is rooks. Like, that's who we was out there running it with. What's the other team's excuses? We winning championships and having players make plays as rookies. But y'all want to give the MVP to somebody else. Jalen earned that MVP. And I'm tired of everybody thinking the same way y'all don't like the MVP being just regular season award for these players because Saquon should have won MVP and got robbed on that. The same way I'm not going to sit here and use one game as the total measuring stick of the Super Bowl MVP. Regardless, Jalen was Super Bowl MVP. But he MVP throughout the playoffs. He MVP throughout the season. Quan, you go ahead and get your money. I want you to star. I want you to shine. I call him my son because he shine like one. That's who Jalen is. That's MVP. That's most valuable. knowing when to pass the baton, knowing when to hold them, when to fold them. I think Lamar likes to run a little too much, if you ask me. I think Josh Allen thinks he can do it all himself. And then when you get on the field, you can't. Quite frankly, I didn't think the roster of the Chiefs was that good. You got old-ass Kareem Hunt you're running out there. I told everybody we were going to win by double digits. I'm not just saying this because we did it. You got old-ass Kareem Hunt you're running out there. You got hurt Pacheco. He broke his legs 3 weeks ago. You got old-ass Kelsey. Now everybody's starting to nick at the flaws of the Kansas City Chiefs. We got Hopkins out there trotting out there. Hopkins was thrown out with the baby in the bathwater earlier this season. Yeah, it's better than nothing. I think Hopkins had a critical drop. I think y'all could have scored and made it a little bit more close, but defense wasn't playing with y'all. Offense wasn't neither. I think your defense is solid. I think you guys could win a lot of games with that defense. To act like you was gonna do a championship and do the dance, the three-peat. We contacted Pat Riley. We want to patent the three-peat. Not on our watch. No, you didn't. Not today. Sorry. Patent these nuts. I got something you could patent. Because. Patent that. Patent that. Y'all was patenting stats is what you was doing. It was a blowout. Patrick Mahomes trying to act like it wasn't that bad. The history books ain't going to have it as bad as it was. You score 3 touchdowns in 5 minutes, bucko. It was a wrap. It was a Trojan. Belt to ass. Incredible game. Jalen Hurts deserves all the flowers. Saquon deserves the flowers. AJ, Smitty. There's just certain players on that team that just deserve it, man. Not even, Nick Sirianni, we was trying to get rid of him week 3. And I'll be honest, I was on record saying, I just don't care what we do with him. I don't care. Because if you're telling me this man don't call plays, I don't need a guy everybody likes. I could show up in the Super Bowl. I could show up for the Eagles and be a guy everybody likes and a rah-rah guy and a cheerleader around, the locker room. But maybe there's just something he does. Maybe you guys used to have that class in high school or college where the teacher just seemed to just not care as much. Or you knew it was going to be a good time in their class, even if you didn't love the subject. So you went in there and you enjoyed yourself. Maybe that's what Nick Sirianni is. You know what I'm saying? Look, I know I can go there and I can act how I want. I could be obnoxious. I could pop my shit and they let me be me. And they allow me to be me. Maybe that's what it is with Nick. From what I hear, everybody likes him. And from what I hear, he's going to get big contract all season. We're going to sign him some more. We'll sign him up. Let's not get crazy. Nothing more than 3-4 years. We don't need no 5-year deals. If y'all want to sign the 5-year deal, but I don't like signing nobody up that long. We ain't doing no lifetime deals. I don't want to see none of y'all my whole life. I mean, unbelievable win. Deserving of the city of Philadelphia. I mean, there's just nothing I could even say to really, put it into words on what this feeling. I just been basking in it. You know what I'm saying? If you got poured a hot chocolate bubble bath, you're going to go sit in that muff and you're going to enjoy it for a little minute. And that's what I'm doing on this one. Yeah. Super Bowl celebratory dance, man. Jalen did that. Kansas City did that. Hey, we'll be back next year. I just wanted to tap in, give a little rundown of how I'm feeling. Big Super Bowl talk. Big win. Tell a friend. Everybody talking about Super Bowl wasn't that good to watch. Don't care. My favorite show all season, all year. Best shit I saw all year. Last couple years, if you want me to be frank. Philadelphia Eagles, Super Bowl 59, LIX champs. Got a ring to it. 1.